Hi, it's Tailormade, the throwing coach. In this video I'm going to tell you about the magic between throw-in analysis, a tailor-made throw-in strategy and good and efficient throw-in training. My name is Tailormade and I'm a professional football throwing coach, and I've been coaching clubs all around the world. I've been part of 15 titles in international football, and I see a lot of coaches who are making mistakes around the throw-ins. Why should we even train throw-ins? It's because you have 40 to 60 throw-ins in a match, and most teams lose possession in more than 50% of the occasions when they have a throw-in under pressure. If you did that with the ball in your feet in the middle of the pitch, you'll be playing at a very, very low level. But let's start with throw-in analysis. The most important thing first is that you are filming your throw-ins. And filming your throw-ins, it's really important to see what you can improve with your team. Every coach can video film the team's throw-ins. You can do it with a mobile phone. You can also, if you have a little money, buy some video recording equipment. So you don't necessarily need to have a gigantic system that costs a lot of money. Then you have to analyze your throw-ins, and there are normally 40 to 60 throw-ins in a match, and some of them will be no pressure throw-ins. So it means that you don't even have to think about no pressure throw-ins where the opponents are maybe 15 meters away and you can play without any pressure. Don't take those. So after that you can just find the pluses and minuses, what things are doing well, what things are doing not so well, and then you have to pick them out. Try to set them in different themes, because no throw-ins are identical, but throw-ins are a little bit in themes. You'll probably end up with 4, 5, 6 different themes in that game. And remember, there are both attacking and defending throw-ins, so I'll also recommend you to look at your opponent's throw-ins, because it's just as important to take the ball from your opponent too. But again, you'll probably end up with 4, 5, 6 different themes. I'll recommend you only to take 1 or 2 or 3 of those teams and then go on with that subject with the team. Of course, you can always pick the other themes later, but again, you don't want to overload your players. So after the video analysis, you have some themes you can work with later on. Then the next subject, that's a tailor-made throw-in strategy. And a tailor-made throw-in strategy, first of all, it's really important to look at your formation. Teams have different formations, and there are pluses and minuses, advantages and disadvantages with all formations. You can do something with some formations, other things with other formations. Some teams are playing 3-5-2, and one of the disadvantages there is if the teams are not using the mini switch, the furthest or middle central defender. There are too many players in the defensive end and they're not using that. Other teams are playing 4-4-2 with a diamond. Other teams are playing 4-3-3. So again, I can do a whole video with disadvantages and advantages of every formation, but you have to look at the formation, because it means something when you want to do your throw-in strategy. Then you also have to take your playing style in consideration, because we have some teams who are really how can you say, a counter-attack playing team, maybe standing a little bit low and then go all in on counter-attacks, and you can do some specific things with counter-attacks there, with the throw-ins too. There are some teams who are really like, how can you say, tiki-taka, like they want to have possession, just play out. You can do some throw-in specific things there with the strategy. There are also some teams who want to do a lot of long throw-ins in their strategy. Of course, you can do specific things there, and of course the long throw-in technique, that's a whole lot of thing. Most of my players are improving between 5 and 10 meters, some up to 15 meters with a more efficient throw-in strategy. So again, look at your playing style. And then the last thing, ITS, individual throw-in superpowers. It's really important that you're looking at what type of players do you have. Do you have fast players in specific positions? Do you have strong players who can receive the ball in a big box and do side passes? Do you have really, how can you say, space intelligent players, throw intelligent players. You can also say football intelligent players, then they can do specific space creation. Do you have some central defenders who are really good with their feet playing wise, or the opposite, or really great at moving? So there are all these individual things that you have to take in consideration when you want to have a really good and efficient tailor-made throw-in strategy. Again, it's not about learning all these things like in a week in pre-season. You have to work with throw-ins the whole year, and again 40 to 60 throw-ins, you use approximately 20 minutes on throw-in related situations in a match, so you have to work on it all year. But again, the tailor-made throw-in strategy is really important for you as a coach. And then in the very end, it's the training itself. Here you can say that one of the biggest mistakes that coaches are making is that they're going directly to the zones, and then they say to the team, we try to do these 1 or 2 things in each of the 3 zones, and then when the opponent's defending patterns don't really allow that solution, or they're just marking well. I see a lot of teams, also the best in the world, who don't know what to do when they have a throw in. So don't start with the zones. You have to do it oppositely. You have to learn the players, the basic things with awareness, space creation, precision, and then we can go on to specific throw-in tools all around the pitch. You can start to do small-sided games, and then on top of that, you can start with the zones. It doesn't mean that you have to wait 3 months with the zones, but you have to learn the players everything, so they can read the game, read the opponent's defending patterns, and take the right solution. So, and of course also oppositely, when the opponents have a throw-in, you want to create throw-in defensive intelligent players. So learn when to press when they have a low pressure risk, learn to press in different ways. And again, I won't come so much more into that here, but again, there are no best ways of defending, but you just have to know the weakness and strength of each kind of defending. You can mark the thrower, you can do sandwiches, you can mark the mini switch, you can mark man-man, you can mark zone, you can mark so many different things. But again, back to the magic. You have to learn the magic between throw-in analysis, a tailor-made throw-in strategy, and in the end, a really high efficiently throw-in training where the players are learning all the secrets behind good throw-ins. But that was it for me for today. You're absolutely welcome to invite me on an inspirational visit. I'm normally coming to clubs for 2 or 3 training days for an inspirational visit, and then for many clubs I'm signing a whole season deal. Again, it's really important for me to say that I don't have the same price for all clubs, so clubs like Liverpool and Ajax and Dortmund, so they pay more than smaller clubs. So even though you're a small club, then don't hesitate to contact me, because I love to coach all teams around the world. But that was it for me from today. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.